Chris Cote, Cube, that's him. Cote.
Thank you.
First of all, wait a minute. You did some great stuff on the webcast. You've been floating all around. What's been one of the highlights, since you interview everybody else, let me interview you real quick. What's been one of your highlights so far of the Hurley US Open of Surf?
Well, definitely seeing that Kelly Slater carving 360. Did you guys see that yesterday? He said it was the best carving 360 he's ever done in his life, so that's a pretty big accomplishment.
That's big.
Yeah. Just the whole event, like, I checked out skating last night. I checked out some BMX yesterday. It's really fun. But doing Cote's Cube with my next guest is probably going to be my highlight.
Bring it then. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Chris Cote.
My first guest just took out one of our hometown heroes, but he's my personal favorite surfer, all the way from Tahiti. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, Michel Bourez. And he's got a bunch of free stuff for you, which you'll love. Yes, Michel. Here, have a seat. Grab your microphone. Give it up for Michel Bourez. He's kicking it on the cube. What's going on, my brother?
I'm fine. It's sunny days, like people all around the world, so from just cruising here, so it's fine.
For sure. Okay, so for these people that don't know, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and how did you manage to get all the way over here to the US Open?
I'm born in a little island not far from Tahiti, but I'm just raising in Tahiti right now, so I'm basically Tahitian, so it's all good. And yeah, that's maybe the third time I come here for the US Open, but it's getting bigger and bigger every year, so that's maybe the best year I've ever seen. And yeah, check the crowd.
For sure. So how are you enjoying your time in Huntington Beach? You know, you got the best surf fans in the world right here. You got sick waves out front. Tell us how have you been spending your time? Like, what have you been doing besides ripping?
Oh, I'm just cruising with the crowd, with my girlfriend. We just seeing what's going on around, and we saw just the BMX, and that was heavy. Those guys are crazy. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. No
we're not going to see you on a bike anytime soon?
Oh, no way. No, I'm fine. Stay on the beach.
All right, well, let's talk about some of your heats out there. Obviously, the conditions to you. You know, this guy surfs Chopo at its biggest, so whatever Huntington Beach can throw at him is probably easy for you. But tell us about the conditions out there today.
Oh, that's the condition that I like. You know, it's like big, messy, and that's exactly what I'm looking for in the whole year. And I'm pretty happy about we're going to be like this the whole event, because like we can see some big turns like barrels. We saw Kelly get a 10 points before, and yeah, he's a freak. So
for sure. So you just took out Rob Machado. Who you got coming up in your next heat?
Oh, I surf against Mick Fanning on the next heat.
This guy's going up against Mick Fanning next. Who votes that Michel is going to take out Mick Fanning? All right, you got a lot of supporters here. All right, so I'm going to open the floor to a couple questions. You might get a free shirt if you ask a question I like. Who's got a question for Michel Bourez? You?
What's the biggest wave you've surfed?
What's the biggest wave you've ever surfed? Here, kid, take a hat. What's the biggest wave you've ever surfed?
Probably like a 12-foot, like paddle 12-foot at Chopo. It was definitely the biggest wave I ever surfed. Still remember like every single second, so it's all good. Yeah.
You're crazy. I would never surf a 12-foot wave at Chopo. What's your question? In the blue hat, you kid. What size board do you surf at Chopo?
Oh, it depends. Depends if it gets really big. Sometimes when it gets like 10 to 12 foot, I ride like a 6'9" or 6'10", you know. And when it gets smaller, like usually I use like a 5'11" or 6'0".
All right. So Michel, we're going to go ahead and put you on the grill after this question from this young lady. What's your name and what's your question?
My name's Taylor, and what's the worst wipeout you ever had?
Ooh, worst wipeout you ever had from Taylor?
Oh, I got a couple one. Yeah, that was definitely last December. That was that big swell in Hawaii, and yeah, that was really big, and everyone was pretty scary. And then I catch that one, I got smashed, and that was like couple, maybe 14 footers on my head, like couple, 3 sets on my head, so almost drowned. Yeah, that was
almost drowned on 14 footers. All right, well, I got a couple more questions for Michel. I'm going to go ahead and put you on the grill real quick. Ballpark Franks. These are rapid fire questions. You just tell me the best answer you can. Okay, 10-foot barrel or 10-foot air?
10-foot barrel.
Easy one. That was easy one. Frontside barrel or backside barrel?
Frontside.
Frontside barrel. Blondes or brunettes?
Brunette.
Brunettes. All right, good answer. Okay. Now tell me this. If you win $100,000 at the Hurley US Open, what are you going to do with it?
Oh, I don't know. Just spend just the money with my family. You know, just at home, and maybe we're gonna go to Vegas next week. So
yes, everybody's going to Vegas. I want to go to Vegas. All right, Michel. Well, I wish you luck, dude. I got your back. I'm cheering for you. You guys give it up for Michel Bourez. Here, give him some stuff. Nice, Michel Bourez, ladies and gentlemen. This is another one of my favorite surfers. She's been absolutely slaughtering it on the tour. I want you guys to give it up, Miss Laura Enever. For real, look at her. Laura Enever, ladies and gentlemen. Have a seat, Cote's Cube. All right, so how are you doing? How's the Huntington Beach experience treating you?
It's been really good. Like, we don't really get much like anything like this in Australia, so it's been really good to be here. It's people everywhere, as you can see. Like, you can't even get a car spot anywhere. It's been really fun though, and yeah, it's been an awesome week.
Now, tell me about the heats you've surfed. You know, usually you guys get, you know, in the past, the ladies have kind of been put out when, you know, maybe it was windy or like low tide or something. You guys are getting put out right in the mix, prime time. Tell me about some of the heats that you've surfed. What have the waves been like for you?
Yeah, usually I kind of had to say that if in doubt they put the women's out. that's what it's usually like in a surfing contest, but it's been really different here, and we've had massive waves and they've just been chucking the girls out. I guess they're just like pushing us all, and it's been really good, and we've had like massive waves out there. It's just been a really good show for everyone, I think. For sure. Now tell me about, did you get a chance to use the jet skis to get back out there? Yeah, I did. I kind of go, like, after every wave, I would usually get the jet skis back out. It was so much better than, like, I think I would have died or something. I don't know. It was amazing having the jet skis. All right, so tell me about the girls coming up in the finals. What are some picks that you have? Like, who's going to win this event? Just give it to us straight. Who wants to know from Laura who's going to win this thing? I do. They do. Who's going to win? So in the women's final, we have Maria Manuel up against the local Courtney Conlog, and they've both been surfing amazing the whole contest, and Courtney got like pretty much 2 10s yesterday for like 2 turns, so that was amazing. And Maria's been getting amazing scores as well, so I actually don't know who's going to win, but I don't know, okay? But it's going to be very close and very exciting, so I think you should all watch it anyway. For sure, we all got to go watch those girls. Who wants Courtney Conlog to win? She's from like right up the street. Who's going for Courtney? Malia Manuel's ripping too. I'm sure we have some Malia fans out there as well. Yes, sir. All right, so I'm going to open the floor to my favorite female right here, Laura. Give me your name and what's your question?
Stacy, and how old were you when you started surfing?
Stacy wants to know, how old were you when you started surfing? You get a 6.0.
I was about 9 years old when I started surfing. Like, I've always like loved the beach, and I've like pretty much been a beach baby ever since I was born. But I really got into it when I was about 9, and just haven't looked back, just loving out on the water and love just hanging with my family. We all surf, so it's kind of part of my lifestyle. Nice. So any parents out there, if your kid's above 9, you better make them start surfing right now. Kid, what's your name and what's your question? And don't ask her on a date.
My name is Cade, and what's the best board you have?
All right, his name's Cade. What's the best board you've ever surfed on? What's like your dream board? 6.0 shirt. I remember when I was about 12, I got like my first actual surfboard off my surfboard sponsor, and it was like this pink thing, and I was just like in love with it, and I wouldn't stop riding it, and I just like rode it every day until I like destroyed it pretty much, and it had like dents everywhere, but it was my favorite board, and I loved it, and I still do, and I have it in my room. So. There you go. Good question. All right, you, what's your question?
My name is Dorothy. What's your favorite wave to surf?
Dorothy wants to know, what's your favorite wave to surf? Dorothy's a subscriber to TransWorld SURF. She's very smart.
I think my favourite wave to surf would probably be my home break, which is North Narrabeen in Sydney, Australia. Like, I travel a lot, and I like been to amazing waves like all around the world, but there's nothing better than just going home and surfing with your friends and your family and just being at home, and that's like where I grew up surfing, so I just love going back there. And I usually surf other places more than home these days, so it's just amazing to get back there and surf there.
For sure, there's no place like home. All right, Laura's got to go watch some heats now. Here, give the kids some of this stuff, and I'm going to put you on the grill. You know, sit back down. I'm putting you on the grill. Ballpark Franks. Are you ready? These are 5 rapid-fire questions. All right. Who would you rather beat in a heat? Lisa Anderson or Stephanie Gilmore?
Lisa Anderson. She's my hero.
Good answer. Good answer. Okay. Would you rather get a 10-foot barrel or do a 15-foot air? Perfectly.
I think I'd rather do the air. Like, I've always wanted to fly. That'd be amazing.
Good answer. Good answer. Okay. Would you rather get a cover of TransWorld Surf, but like your makeup is all like bad and you're like in a tube, or get a full poster just like in a big barrel in TransWorld Surf?
I think I'd rather the poster.
Okay, the poster, but you're looking good?
Yeah, looking good. Looking good, feeling good, yeah.
Okay, okay. And my final question for you here on Cote's Cube is, who will be the 2009 ASP Women's World Champion?
I think it will be Stephanie Gilmore. She'll take 3.
Good answer, good answer. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Laura Enever.